Mainstream news has been covering and talking about it every single day since it happened. Snapchat made a public story that everybody could view called Pray for Paris. YouTube changed their icon. Facebook gave an option for people to change their profile pictures. There's just been so much talk about the Paris attacks. It is barbaric, it's horrific, I do condemn it. I just cannot understand once again how it seems that the mainstream media only prioritise a certain ethnic group, only prioritise a certain culture. I mean, this has been going on for years. I mourn for the deaths in Paris. My problem is, why do people only pay attention to what the TV shows them? As if an event is only important and as if lives are only of value if they are shown on there. Why do people only pay attention to high profile places? The West have been bombing the Middle East for a long time now and killed so many people, caused so many civilian deaths, but there has been little to no empathy considering those deaths. And when you really consider it, if you destroy a civilization, if you bomb a community and if you destabilize that area, then of course you're going to create despair. You're going to cause potent anguish, which then leads to future conflict. People will make irrational decisions and people will live by irrational behaviour if you create despair in a community. And along with Paris, there's also been attacks on the Lebanese people this week. There's been bombs in Baghdad, yet we only prioritise one of these tragedies. This is an indirect cause of these atrocities in the first place because it glorifies the social hierarchy, thus creating stereotypes, thus creating separation, inequality and therefore conflict. Patriotism and pride, it's also a root cause. I mean, why is Facebook not given the option to have an Earth flag under our portraits? Just some extra choice, otherwise it just looks like a forced agenda. Again, this is an indirect insult to those that are left out. Facebook is a worldwide institution. It should be responsible in representing every area of the planet considering its role and its platform. By cherry picking again, it just glorifies the social hierarchy, which implies that some lives are more important than others, which isn't true. A lot of people are probably thinking the same thing, but unfortunately there are so many people out there who need guidance. They see platforms like Facebook as authoritative. It's just one big psychological game. Mainstream medias construct an emotional narrative similar to that which we see in movies, as if the West are angels, people become biased and proud, tension arises, conflict starts. Patriotism and nationalism is a man-made construct. It's a superficial human construct. It should not determine your morality. It should not determine who you look out for and who you value. People just don't realise how this exacerbates more violence again. I don't think that I know everything. I'm just simply pointing out simple truths that I think everybody should be able to relate to, and once heard, they can understand for themselves. It doesn't take much to think critically and analyse a situation and realise that there's something terribly wrong here. People who are dying on a daily basis, people who've been dying for years now, are just completely ignored. The public are disconnected and desensitised. The social hierarchy, nationalism, culture, ethnic groups are all a lie. They're all superficial. Labels are bullshit. We all bleed red and everybody has a heart. Everybody feels emotion and pain, has a central nervous system, family and friends and loved ones. This isn't aimed at anyone personally. It's just a collective issue. I'm just frustrated. I've been doing this for years. I've been talking about this in the most awkward circumstances, even when I know people don't want to talk about it. And whenever I do talk about it, people just tell me to shut up. They just tell me that it's not necessary. It's boring. I'm a killjoy. It's depressive. People just don't want to know. But then when something happens in France, in Paris, everybody loses their shit. It just doesn't make sense to me. We are in the 21st century, for fuck's sake. We need to evolve. In an age of information, ignorance is a choice.